Hello, chat. Welcome to the stream. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. Who are here? Hold on. Let's go live as well on TikTok. Ian. Who's here, chat? Press 1. Can I see your names? Christian, Romeo, Ron, Alex, and I think there are a couple here on Twitch land also. Chromium, what's up? Renz, Leeson, welcome to the stream. No HLA try-on today. Hindi lang talaga kinaya ng schedule. But I will tell you what I initially intended to do. So what I initially wanted to do was to film the HLA try-on in a separate video. As in, I will do the entire what it looks like on me, wearing it. And then, dito sana sa stream, I will be playing that video while also, of course, showing you the pieces up close. And in that way, there's no more waiting time between the clothes that I'm wearing and me having to switch clothes, leaving the room, coming back. Unfortunately, many things happened today that I just had to prioritize, and it just can't happen today. So Monday tayo mag-HLA haul, but I promise you, I wanted to do it today. Honestly, I really wanted to try on the HLA today because that means madadala ko yung clothes sa out-of-town trip ko this weekend, but it's just not gonna happen. So Monday na yung magiging HLA natin. Mabagal yung takbo ng days this January? I would say, yeah. So far, and I don't know about you, chat. Maybe it's just me. 2026 is kind of to a bad start. Is it just me? Yeah, is it just me? Feeling ko 2020 my 2026 hasn't started good at all. Like I had high expectations for 2026, but it just ain't it, chat. It just ain't it so far. I'm not giving up just yet. Pero so far, parang 2026. Yeah, HLA. HLA has really good Asian fit. And that's true because they are a Chinese brand. Hold on. Ito. Chat, may bagong update. Si James Deacon with 32k likes this time. So we'll keep it here for now as we wait for more people to come in. But one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is because this is the third day in a row that James Deacon has been making internet headlines. And I'd like to think that so far, as in the past few days, may mga natututunan tayo bawat araw. So hopefully tonight, another learning. But I haven't yet read his latest post, which is just 3 hours ago. But dang, I thought it was one and done. Yung post niya nung Monday, yun na yun. Nung post niya yung Tuesday, yun na yun. But up until now, may part 3 pa tayo. So this should be very interesting. Nope. Ito na. Sakto. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jardu? So, yeah, mabagal lang January. But I feel like sometime third week of January, bibilis din yan. When I feel like not just myself, but everybody else also gets in the groove. Right? Everybody else gets in the groove and mas nahanap na natin yung momentum natin. Bibilis din yung January. The balloons already over 20. Yan na nga iniisip ko eh. Pagod na yung balloons, chat. Kaka 2026 pa lang, pagod na sila. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's growing on me. I like how it looks, honestly. Like, I know it looks dilapidated. I know hindi siya maganda because pumutok yung 0 and yung 6. But, I don't know. I like the colors. I really do. I might actually keep it up there. Who knows? It looks like it's melting. Okay, got it, MJ. Thank you for hanging out as always. Yeah, feeling ko that's a good one, Ron. Feeling ko yun, Ron. Medyo diesel lang tayo ngayon. Copium. No! I know it's copium. But hey, I tried. Pumutok lang talaga as I was using the electric inflator. I was like, medyo malambot pa to Parang kaya pa. Actually, lahat malambot nung una. I was able to successfully inflate 2026 properly. 2026, right? The thing is, sabi ko, okay, kaya pa siguro to kasi medyo malambot pa. So, alright, I do it on 2. I do it on 0, pumutok. Got a little too greedy, did it on 2. And then finally with 6, I'm like, sige. Kaya naman to. Hindi pa siya masyadong matigas. And nabunot ko yung pin in time. Unfortunately, it was when I was kind of handling it na pumutok siya sa hands ko. Not the best thing to hear. But you know what I mean. Can you react to Philippine Airlines' new ad? I already have, Zir. I've also posted a video on it. So Zir, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet.
Did you know that if you do one...
I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but in-upload ko na siya. Eto. So, it's the in-flight. It's the latest video I've uploaded just an hour ago. So yeah, it's there, it's live, and it's already working. I know, Caesar. Sobrang mali. Is this Kuya B? I know you're Caesar, but is this Kuya B? Your profile picture looks very familiar. What's up, Tisai? Welcome to the stream. Hey, good girl cat. Caesar, good girl cat, come over here to YouTube. Same username, CI Benipayo. What would you do if when you said okay, so he said yes would go? What? What's this, DGB more? What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes would... What? What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes would... Okay, I tried 3 times, DGB more. Tell me what you mean by this. Nah, it's not as simple as there is a hole in the balloon. The balloon is literally blasted. As in, punit na siya dito. You see that? You see that, chat? It's torn. I gave it a big hole. Also here, I put in so much air and pumped it so much that I tore open a new hole. Oh, it's a meme. I did not know that. Can I Google it? What's that? What would you do? What would you do if when you're okay? So he said, okay, let's do this.
What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes would go? I tell him God bless him.
I'm not familiar. What? Okay. Thank you for the meme education. No fun runs planned yet, but I do think we're gonna be doing the Doraemon run because there's a 1K, and I think we can have our baby Zach go there. Man, I think tapos na ako sa flu. Nagkasakit ako last Thursday, tama ba? Last Thursday, and I really only got 100% okay Sunday na. Saturday, I was at about 90 or 80. Sunday, gumaling na talaga ako. Lahat na lang punit na. Oh man. Chat, sa mga may sakit dyan, please get well soon. It sucks to be sick. Oh, mag-close na yung Doraemon run. Alright. Total count fun run mo for 2025? 3. And I do not plan to exceed 3 in 2026. I would be happy if mas onti pa sa 3 yung fun run ko for 2026. Yeah, no, I think I got sick January 1 may symptoms na ako. January 1 daytime. May symptoms na ako. January 2, 3, I think peak. 4, I was okay already. I mean, up until Monday, I think, medyo may sore throat pa ako. Pero alam niyo yung manageable na. Yeah, you can never take that away from me. I wasn't symptomatic, so I thought it was okay. May sore throat lang, pero wala nang symptoms, kaya buhat mode na talaga. Yup, tuloy next week with Kevin. Kevin. Tuloy yun. How long have you been there for, Stein? Sa Tagaytay? Nakailang days ka na dyan? When you're ready, chat, let's do this. I kind of want to dive into this already. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I want to make a YouTube video on it. James Deacon. Also have a lot of Reddit threads for tonight, chat. Stuff that are still pretty hot. Gina ba? Basahin na natin to. Oh, forgot my water. Wow. Sarap naman. Kahit one day lang yan. Sobrang sarap maka-escape ng Manila weather. Alright, 1 VSG. Let's start this chat. EDSA Central. Which one is this? The one in Greenfield District? Yeah, Ron. Last year yung violation. Last year, yeah. Sometime July, I think. Yung violation ko sa Greenfield District. That sucked. And it wasn't only until, again, that post also got internet attention that na-resolve yun ng maayos. That's why this post resonates a lot with me. Because that's why itong entire LTO James Deacon drama resonates with me, because I myself got involved in a I don't know if it's an entrapment operation, pero bad traffic violation handling, no less. Okay, let's read this. James Deacon, 3 hours ago. So this whole reckless driving issue has taken another sharp turn after the LTO conducted a press conference yesterday revealing in great detail what everyone already knew, that my son committed a traffic violation on the Skyway. They also added a new charge. The vehicle he was driving was also unregistered. So allow me to address these individually. First and foremost, this was never about whether my son committed a traffic violation or not. We both admitted as much from the very beginning. He also took the ticket, did not contest it, and paid the fine, effectively closing the case. It's done and dusted. The ink has dried. Elvis has left the building. So framing it like this is new information. So framing it like it is new information feels more like deflection than anything else. We kind of already had that hunch na last night nung nagpa-press conference yung LTO, ang sketchy nung execution, right? Like they said they spent hours on it only to really talk about really to talk about information that we already knew, and new information that at most kailangan natin maging skeptical because it was only a screenshot and not an actual video, which I hope gets addressed in the next few paragraphs. The main issue James Deacon had was the 15-day deadline that included the 8 or 9 days the LTO were closed, as well as the demands for unnecessary paperwork that is not in the Citizens Charter. Those are the questions that people wanted answers to. Hell yeah, because last night, chat, when the LTO themselves showed the calendar, between the time na nagkaroon ng violation and the deadline, the 15 days, if we interpreted the calendar correctly last night, 4 lang. Okay? 4 lang yung araw kung saan pa pwede nilang i-contest or sagutin or bayaran ng maayos yung mga fines. 4 days. Right? Because Saturday, Sunday, walang LTO. Saturday, hindi tinatanggap yung pagtubos. And then there were so many holidays. Only leaving them with 4 days, really. That's crazy na LTO is firm on it, saying na, hindi, you had enough time. Look, here, see, we have 15 days. And in these 15 days, may 4 days kayo para gawin yun. Yet, despite the public outcry about that, the LTO had held a press conference to answer a question nobody asked, whether or not my son violated traffic rules. Again, this was never the question. I was also condemned for using social media irresponsibly and that I should have handled it internally first. That's true. I think the final 20 minutes, okay? What's up, Chuck? The final 20 minutes of that 30 or 40 plus minute press conference video that was published was just them telling James Deakin na dapat hindi mo na lang to ginawa online because it misled people into thinking about this and it created confusion. That's what the LTO said. December 20. So he goes on to, this is a long-ass post, chat. December 20, 2 days after the violation, when I knew it was impossible to physically make it down to East Avenue to contest the reckless charge, I asked a colleague in the beat, Robbie Kunsunhi, for clarification on the reckless driving charge and if it is something that remains on my son's permanent record. He replied by saying ASEC has a no padrino policy, which was strange because it wasn't what I asked for. What? I even said in my message, I'm not asking for any favors. All I wanted was clarification and legal advice from him or someone in the LTO so I could understand what actually constitutes reckless driving. That was the question that we all had last night. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng reckless driving? Because based on LTO press conference last night, the definition of reckless driving was changing. Depende kung sino yung fini-favor. Nag-iiba yung definition ng reckless driving and it kind of just murkied the water even more because we needed clarification. We needed clarity on what the violation actually was. We already know may nakommit na mali, right? Yung pagtawid ng double yellow line. But with everyone's input going in, naging confusing because mabagal ba yung kotse or mabagal ba yung traffic nung tumawid siya ng double yellow lane? Mabilis ba yung traffic at binara niya yung double yellow lane? Sorry, mabilis ba yung traffic at nag-cause yun ng problema sa mga oncoming vehicles, making trailing vehicles rather brake fast, kaya reckless? Or naging reckless ba dahil binara niya yung slow traffic and in some weird way that's reckless for the LTO? It doesn't make sense. That's it. So you can imagine my surprise when I see Mr. Kunsunhi on social media yesterday taking a stab at me, saying that social media is not the avenue to get these problems solved when I literally went to him first. The day after, January 6th, the day after my viral post about the experience, the LTO issued a statement saying they will investigate this. I was encouraged by that. Yet, instead of providing me and my son the evidence that we needed, they chose to broadcast it on national television instead. To be fair, James, you kind of did the same. Yeah, you're a popular figure. You posted it on your social media. So I think it's a little fair that the LTO decided to do something, decided to fight you at that level, right? Public scrutiny, yung nag-open up when James posted it on social media. And although it's the pot calling the kettle black with the LTO saying dapat di ginawa to ni James, ginawa rin nila yun so that the issue remains open to public scrutiny. I don't know if that's necessarily okay na eye for an eye yung ginawa ng LTO. But yeah, it's weird. That's not the due process. That's trial by publicity. and an obvious reflection from the real issues, which is the bureaucracy and double standards at the LTO. It was then that they also announced that the vehicle was unregistered. This was the first time for me to hear of that. For context, this is not our vehicle. This was a loaner. I accepted it in good faith as it had the conduction sticker and temporary plate. But regardless of that, I understand that ignorance is no plea for the law, so I accept full responsibility for not having double-checked it first before letting my son drive it. I own that. Pretty straightforward. Na unregistered pala yung vehicle. He did not know that. And he's saying that he accepts full responsibility for not double-checking it. Fair. With that aside, my question here is, if the violation was as blatant and offensive as the LTO chief and the media made it out to be, why was it not cited in the traffic violation? How did the traffic enforcer miss that? What is the penalty for driving on a conduction sticker, and why wasn't it administered on the spot? How did it get through every layer at the LTO East Avenue head office during the settlement process and not have been picked up? I'm not trying to escape responsibility here. Okay, good na binanggit niya yan as a disclaimer. But neither should you, LTO. I mean, if you couldn't detect it despite all those official layers, why are you publicly crucifying a 19-year-old driver and his dad for the same thing? Thank you, Articulate. This only proves my point that there's a double standard at the LTO. Case in point, when the public waited months and years for plates or plastic cards, it's just brushed off as an administrative issue. Yet, when we miss the deadline, even when you're closed, it's automatic suspension and public shaming. Can you see the hypocrisy here? So please, stop deflecting. Everyone makes mistakes. It's human. You literally have an entire department dedicated solely to addressing and penalizing people for that. So stop acting like you're shocked and personally offended by it. It's literally your job. I've already admitted where both my son and I fell short and we took the penalty on the chin. So let's see if you'll do the same and drop the double standards by addressing the real issues I brought up, because the public have a right to know. At this point, that's no lie. Because this just really opened up so many problems. The public really does have a right to know. All of these new questions na nagbunga na from the initial back and forth that the two have had. Why do calendar days apply to citizens but working days apply to you? Fair. Why demand printed documents for driver violations when it's not in your citizen's charter? Also a fair question. This one is the question na gusto ko talagang malaman. Yung sagot. Why does your administrative definition of reckless driving contradict the statutory standard? Why show evidence to media before showing it to the accused? Yo. Yeah. Why show evidence to media before showing it to the accused? That's a new question that I never thought of. I never thought was actually a question. Kasi kawawa. Well, again, I want to go back to what I said earlier. Although it's the LTO being hypocritical about it, binuksan ni James online eh. I don't know, maybe he did it because he needed bigger support for the LTO to pay good attention to it. Maybe there's gonna be a greater good coming out from it. But I'd like to think na ginawa to ng LTO na public din. Dahil ginawa ni James na public ito to begin with. It's only weird that the LTO goes out and says, James, ba't mo ginawa to publicly? Nagkaroon tuloy ng confusion. So kami rin gagawin namin to publicly para magkaroon uli ng confusion. I still hope that you will use this as a teaching moment and clarify it publicly so that we can start rebuilding the social contract that is being torn apart by bureaucracy and double standards. I think all of this are fair questions to ask. The entire post, I feel, is also very level-headed, na-address lahat ng concerns. I don't think he tried to avoid the questions that was thrown back to him. But the only problem I have here is his question about why the LTO is fighting in this way. And the reason why that I could think of is because sinimulan niya rin ng ganito eh. Right? Kaya ganun din ginagawa ng LTO. Ano yung part na hindi mo naiintindihan, definite lim. Gulo eh, no? Oh, it's SWG. Huh? What's up, SWG? What happened to your account? Wala nang hangin yung 6 at 0. Talaga ba? Talaga ba? Buong buo pa naman dito. Buo pa naman yung 0 at saka yung 6? Or yung 2? What's up, Wayne? What's up, SWG? So yeah, I do want to... I don't think, honestly, at this point, I don't think magkaka-part 4 pa to. I think this is it. I think the LTO will privatize this matter already. Probably this is going to be between James and LTO already. And the next time we'll see something here will probably be with James making another public post saying na naging okay ng lahat. Him explaining kung ano talaga yung nangyari. But I think it's gonna be a waste of resources and taxpayer money for the LTO to do another press con over this long-winded issue already. Napatagal na masyado. It should have been done with their press con. I think that was their opportunity na tapusin na lahat right there. Nip it at the bud para hindi na magbunga. Yet, you know, this entire thing just created, just like what the LTO said, yung ginawa rin nila mismo, created confusion. Saan ka naguguluhan banda, RJ? I can help. I've been deep into this issue for the past couple of days. Pero okay lang naman yung mga main accounts mo, SWG. What's up, Shermaine? Welcome to the stream. Lisario, Chubu, welcome to the stream. Esther, what's up? Shout out sa mga Phil-Am. Iggy, how do you feel about Venezuela? How do you feel the US and Venezuela? I've been watching so many different videos on it with takes from both sides. But how do you feel about it, Iggy? As a Phil-Am. King, what's up? Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Happy you're spending time with family. I think this might be the first time, SWG, that you've mentioned something like this. Iggy, may tanong dito si SWG. As a Phil-Am, need mo raw ba ng asawa? I mean, that is a good question that James ended up asking. Why do calendar days apply to citizens but working days apply to you? Medyo weird nga. I mean, that is a very fair question to ask. Ang odd lang din talaga, no? Ang odd lang din talaga na sana natapos na to nung time pa lang ng LTO. But I think the problem with our government agencies is that it's too much for them to handle making an apology. For some reason, allergic sila sa apology. Right? The Venezuela raid? Kind of weird. Like, I don't know where to place myself. I think that what the US did was bad. But at the same time, there's this opinion also that the leader was really bad also. So it's doing bad to get rid of bad fair? Is that justice? I don't know. I've seen the yung Minneapolis. Yeah, I've seen that one. It was scary. I don't think we could show that on stream though. Yung sa ICE na it's all over my TikTok. Medyo na yung mga balita ngayon nakakagalit. Right? Like when was the last time we've seen something positive? Like positive and viral. Yo, Iggy, come here to YouTube. On my same username, CI Benipayo. Show some love here. I'm live here also. Okay. Okay, let's have positive news first, chat. Positive vibes tayo since nakakagalit yung news lately. How about some positivity? Congratulations, attorney. Ibang level po talaga ng kaba ang pag-aantay ng results. And then I think we have a video of an attorney here, or a freshly minted attorney na hinamatay yata sa kaba.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh man, nag-faint na yung guy. He fainted. And they didn't even notice. Oh, I could just say, oh, look at this. Naging concerned na yung mga mukha nila. From everybody being happy. From everybody being happy to faces of concern. Yeah. Mismo Jolly Potdog. Nakita mo rin to, Chromium? Diba? Good vibes, man. Oh, ito na. Imagine being so happy. Just the emotions. And then, you know, when after his brain rebooted, he picked off where he left from. Sobrang saya lang. What cat? There was a cat in this video? Attorney, if andito ka man, I hope you're okay po. Oh, that's a good one. Personally, pinasalamatan ni Lord. Dumalaw muna sa langit saglit para lang magpasalamat. Nagulat at ni confusion si Miming sa taas. Oh! May cat nga sa taas. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a cat here. Alright, another video of a bar passer. Super good vibes lang din nito. A reminder to never give up on your dreams. 23 years later, after 4 attempts, he finally received his longtime prayer. Aww. She's crying. He's crying. Aww. Aww. Tears of joy. My gosh. I've never had tears of joy. I don't think I've ever. It must be a surreal experience to be crying out of happiness. Never ko pa naranasan. I've been very happy. Like, so joyful that I'm out of my head and I'm just beside myself because sobrang out of body na nung experience. But I don't think I've ever cried, chat. Anybody here? Anybody here cried from being so happy? And it's not even the feeling of I don't think it's nostalgia. I think it's just pure joy, right? Hindi siya walang bahid ng nostalgia, walang bahid ng sadness, or maybe it is, right? Maybe it is. That's why you end up crying. Maybe it is, right? Na lahat na ng emotions start pouring in at the same time. That's why you cry. But look at this. Whether I cannot tell from this picture alone kung anak niya or asawa niya, but even she's crying for him. Baka kapatid or what? I really don't know. But that's so cool. Nice. What the SWG umiyak. What do you think, Venice? What is it? Because kaya yan. Kaya yan, SWG. Claiming it, 2027. My gosh. All glory and praise to the Lord. Look, it's so pure. It's so pure. Iyak talaga, oh. All right. How about something a little bit more serious, chat? How about you want weird or you want serious? Let me know. Claiming it 2027 attorney. You want weird or serious? Let me know in the chat. Dun tayo pupunta. Weird or serious? Also, I have to drink water. You guys want weird? Alright, let's do weird. Don't say I didn't warn you. This is really weird. So I saw this Reddit thread, and the title of the Reddit thread is WTF is up with Shopee video content. "100 men versus I love you baby. Wag mo pahirapan si mommy, ah." And then random pregnancy videos on the Orange app. Now, what does your app look like, chat? What does your Orange app look like? Ano yung mga videos nyo dun? Because I know it has something to do with the items you probably purchase, the items you like, add to cart, and then depending on how sophisticated yung Shopee algorithm, ganun din yung lumalabas na Orange app videos sa front page ninyo. Bro, what the fuck are these videos on a shopping platform? Are these even moderated? Also, some of the comments are hella funny and confusing. Can someone tell me what's going on? Yo, what's up, Greggy? Greggy, let's take that sub and turn it into a membership. How about that, Greggy? You're already subbed. You have your foot in the door. Try to bring yourself all the way in. How about that membership? Bring us to 154, Greggy. Bring us to 154. Yung sa'yo, puro lutuan. Bakit wala bills? Curious, bakit wala? Not a fan of this music. Palitan natin. Better. Nakaw videos daw yung iba, karamihan galing pa sa TikTok, unmoderated dahil sa Shopee Coins incentive. Random Bible quote. Yo, Kino! Sinubukan ko ayusin yung algo ng Shopee video by lacking content na interesado ako. Kaso laging mga nagsasayaw na babae ang default na nalabas. Kakairita, parang ang pangit tuloy ng Shopee, unlike sa Lazada, walang ganyan. Oh, what? Chat! Chat, our stream on Shopee just got restricted. Sabi may nudity daw. What the heck? The heck? May nudity daw. Oh man. Hey Chantal. That's so lame. Is there a way I could contest this? Oh man. Yun nga eh. Weird. Should have seen that coming. Bawian eh, no? Okay. Wondering if the algorithm wants me to see pregnancy content, or do I have pregnancy fetish and the algorithm recommends me these? Yeah, weird. Yeah, I mean, it is true. I'm not sure if you know, chat, pero kung nagpo-post kayo ng content on Shopee, you get coins. And based on the comments here, I mean, coins, if you did not know, can be used as real money to make purchases on the platform. And that's 1:1. If I'm not mistaken, you get rewarded 1 or 2 coins for posting videos on the platform. And if you do that, you get your coins. And apparently, karamihan daw sa mga pinopost, mga nakaw lang galing TikTok. And because it's unregulated, nobody really gets anything out of it. I mean, the platform loses kasi nagiging weird yung mga videos. Including the reviews. Ano nga eh, nung una akala ko, kaya ganito yung mga videos. Si Buto kasi. Nung una akala ko kaya ganito yung mga videos kasi gusto nilang parang TikTok, 'di ba? Kung nag-post ka ng video sa TikTok na may yellow basket and bumili yung tao na yon sa yellow basket ng video mo, you end up getting a commission. I thought the incentive for doing the same on Shopee was that na kapag nag-post sila sa Shopee tapos may orange basket, lilipat yung mga tao sa and bumili yung mga tao from that orange basket, they get a commission. But now it's more random. Wala na, SWG. Christmas is over. I've taken out a lot of our Christmas decors already. Ang weird lang because I don't want to tell you what my videos are, chat. It's weird too. And trust me when I say I have no idea why yun yung pinapakita sa akin ng Shopee. Kung pwede lang, SWG eh. But I'm honestly trying my best to I'm honestly trying my best to strike a balance between keeping the stream room different each month, but also at the same time not being too wasteful. Katulad na lang nito. Ang dali lang naman bumili ng 0 at saka 6 na balloon. But if I did that, sobrang laking plastic waste. Because as it is, right? This is already stuff that I'll never use again. So if I just bought because I could, parang ang sayang. So I'm trying to strike that balance. Unfortunately, the 0 and 6, yun na talaga yun. Bakit pumutok? Sobrang hangin na nilagay ko sa loob. I thought kakayanin pa eh. And then boom, pumutok. Nope, the hole is too big. I'm not sure if you were here earlier when I said it, but I literally tore a new hole. Exactly. Pump ng pump. Wait, what? Okay. How about this one? Okay, chat. Before I open up the next thread, I need to know sino dito ang nag-iipon ng ligtas points. Because if I open the next thread up, you have to make sure to look away from the screen. Lalo na kung nag-iipon kayo ng ligtas points. Ayaw na nating mabawasan yan kasi simula pa lang ng 2026. If I show you the next video, you ought to be sure to preserve your ligtas points, okay? The next video's title is Okay na to or Okay na to. Are you ready? Don't forget yung ligtas points ninyo. So, I'm trying to place myself in the shoe of the police officer. Right? And I'm arresting this individual. He doesn't have a hand. Pero kailangan ko siya lagyan ng posas. Right? Why would I do it? Is it because if hindi ko siya posasan, lalabag ako sa protocol ng pag-aresto? Will the individual be able to use his right arm to flee the scene? Because I get it, 'di ba? Kaya tayo na-handcuff para hindi natin magamit yung kamay natin to do anything suspicious or to do anything that will just get us into more trouble because we're in trouble as it is. But even then na pinusasan niya itong taong to na nagkukulang ng isang kamay, hindi ba parang loose? Diba? Parang medyo loose. Feeling ko lang TJ, I warned you! Oh my gosh. Mock. Just a disclaimer, I've never been handcuffed too. Even in that context. Ba't kailangan picturean? Honestly, we don't know why. For all we know, it's also SOP. Wala namang mukha. Yun yung importante. It was legal? What do you mean by it was legal? Anyway, this appeared in several subreddits. This one is in Casual PH. Notorious yan sa lugar nila. Nang gulo talaga. They call him the terrorist. Member siya ng putol-putol gang. Law enforcement is really getting out of hand. Sorry, Lord. Kaposas. Bro has no right to remain silent. Makakasuntok pa yan kasi solid tama niyan kaya nakaposas. Kaya mala impyerno init sa Pilipinas eh. Swerte ng asawa niya. This is too much, man. This is too much. Naisip pa nila sabihin yun eh, no? Swerte yung asawa niya. Alright. Let's check out the comments from the other thread. Okay, sabi ni Mok. Kayo na lang magbasa nung sinabi ni Mok. Ayokong basahin. Sir, are you unarmed? Sir, the criminal is all right. But naman pati, kilala ko yon, hinuli kasi nakipagsuntukan sa 5 tambay. Uy! Seryoso ba to? Kilala ko yan, hinuli kasi nakipagsuntukan sa 5 tambay. I wonder if this is supposed to be funny. No arm is above the law. Imposibleng hindi. We stop every time we hit comments like this. He's not right. He's all that's left. Hi, Manang. Okay. No more laughing. Bad yan. Ito na lang. Pahirapan ko na lang kayo, chat. Bawi lang. Sa mga, lalo na sa mga tumawa. Caught right-handed. Sa mga tumawa dyan and gumawa ng jokes, babawi lang. Papahirapan ko muna kayo ng saglit. Ang tanong dito, ano ang dapat mawala sa mundo? Lamok o ipis? Gosh, seeing this picture, kinda giving me the itch. Ano ang dapat mawala? Okay, let's not be too, wag tayong maging masyadong science about this. We all know na kapag isa dito na wala, guguho yung mundo. But call it the butterfly effect, call it an ecosystem being wiped out, call it whatever. Right? Isa lang dito ang pwedeng tanggalin. The world will remain the same in terms of its eco-diversity. Magiging intact ang mga ecosystems natin. Isa lang ang pwedeng tanggalin. Ipis, mas madali raw makontrol yung lamok. Ipis, lamok is necessary. I can sleep ng may lamok. Mawawala antok ko pag nilipad yung ipis. May study na cockroaches are near impervious to sprays na. Why? Because they've evolved that fast already? Oh, God. They've evolved that fast through the yung 99.9%, sila na yung 0.1%. Bakit mo naman kokontrolin yung lamok? Chad, I know. Yeah, ganito ba itsura ng ipis sa States, Iggy? I feel like yung ipis sa US, iba itsura. God, these things are just... Albino na ipis, totoo. Chat, pest control talaga is the way. Roaches in Australia? Alam ko sobrang laki ng mga ipis sa Australia. man. I remember one time, I think sometime in high school, tutulog ako sa bahay. And alam niyo yung minsan, natutulog lang, like yung nakatutulog kayo, may kumot kayo. And may times na parang feeling nyo may gumagapang. Pero most of the time, it's nothing. Right? It's probably just your arm hair brushing against the blanket. Diba? Like, or maybe your body just overreacting. So you wait for it to happen again. Alam niyo ba yung sinasabi ko? So may mararamdaman kayong parang gumapang. Pero hanggat sa hindi pa siya gumagapang ulit, it could be nothing. Right? So, kung ay tulog, di ka muna mag-react, gumapang na. And then gumapang ulit, that's when you kind of go ballistic. So I remember sometime in high school or early college, tutulog ako sa kama ko. Nung naramdaman ko yun, no? Sobrang bilis ng reaction ko. Kinuha ko yung ipis sa arm, tas initch ako. And then, alam mo yung narinig kong nag-thud ba sa pader? And then, pagising ko the following day, too sleepy to care, wake up the next day, hinanap ko yung ipis. Wala na siya. Same type of ipis in the US? Ganito rin? I don't wanna look up roaches in Australia. I know those are gigantic. Okay. Mga kurakot. Ay. Yan ang dapat mawala sa mundo. True! Mosquitoes, dami namamatay sa dengue. Yung ipis mas madali i-control. Dengue, malaria, Zika virus, you name it. Lumok syempre kasi compared sa ipis, sino ba ang mas may interaction sa tao? Mas madami ka pang kagat kaysa ipis na di nga lalapit sa'yo at tumatago. Sa bagay, memes and links, got it. Which one exactly? I'm chill. That's rude. Hindi nag-handshake? Gosh, chat. What's up with the dark humor today? Let's look at something else here. You wanna do dashcam video? Alam ko na, update na lang sa balita. So, you know how the other day, yung BGC na nakawan? May update na tayo dun. I know. Nagre-refresh na nga every year no? Jolly Hotdog. Sabay na uubos pa kaagad. So, mga magnanakaw sa BGC na huli na. This dude and this dude, they're finally caught. I think I'm a little too late. 1 day old na to. So, nahuli rin ka agad-agad. And I feel like it would be easier to catch them. Because, technically, 5 sila eh. So, kahit isa lang dun pagsalitain mo, huli na yung ibang 4. But at the moment, only 2 have been caught. The other 3 are at large. I know. Mugshot ng Snatcher and accomplice niya. Sarap makakita ng mga ganito. Sana hindi na nila palabasin. Sa BGC pa talaga nila pinili mang snatch. Yeah. You know though, chat, there's one comment I don't really like. And it's along the lines of of this. I understand BGC is this place where it's supposed to be for a certain amount of a certain kind of person, right? Socio-economic class. Pero pangit kapag napupunta sa ganito yung usapan. Let's focus on the act. Diba? Let's focus on the action, not their appearance or anything else. Kasi ano eh, it doesn't add anything to the conversation. Ayan, nag-agree si TikTok. Yeah, yung kotse sa BGC, ito yun, nahuli na sila. Okay, that's just a quick aside. And then ito, sinabi ni Bills, nag-erupt daw ang Mayon. That is true. I saw this Reddit thread. Check it out. I took a picture, PH, of Mayon Volcano's 2026 eruption. This picture hits hard. I'm not gonna lie. This picture is kind of cool. It's one of those once in a lifetime opportunities to actually take a picture in that way and with your significant other. I do feel like they're way out of the danger zone anyway. So this is pretty cool, honestly. Cool ends. I mean, it's not gonna exempt them from the smell because it's gonna be sulfur is gonna fill up the air quickly. So yun, I feel, is gonna be the danger. But so far as magma or flying debris hitting them, I don't think naman in danger sila dun. Yeah, the ashfall. The ashfall or the sulfur getting in your lungs, that's bad in general. Yep. So it's cool and it's sick. Galing no, ganda. And so napag-google ako actually, Mayon Volcano's eruption. So where are we at? Mayon Volcano eruption. Volcano alert. 12 hours ago. A series of mild eruptions at the most active volcano in the Philippines has prompted the evacuation of 3,000 villagers from a danger zone on its foothills, officials said Wednesday. Here. Crater glow seen at Mayon Volcano Wednesday evening. Crater glow or banaag was spotted at the summit of Mayon Volcano in Albayan Wednesday evening. The Philippine Philvox reported. In a Facebook post, the Philvox said the crater glow at Mayon was observed between 6:36 p.m. and 7 p.m. this Wednesday after superheated volcanic gas from new magma lights up the atmosphere above the crater. Crater glow signifies intense heat, but it's not necessarily indicative of an imminent eruption, according to officials. Incandescent lava dome at the crater with newly laid incandescent material from rockfall and short pyroclastic density currents, or uson, on the Bonga Gully shed from the dome. So this is not an eruption? I thought pag ganito nag-erupt na siya. Hindi pa pala. I guess an eruption would be something like talagang wild. It should be more violent than this. Oh. Akala ko yun na yun. Oh, okay. Here. Clarification. Is it safe to be within that distance from an erupting volcano? Nevertheless, sobrang ganda ng mga kuha mo, OP. Thanks. I was just luckily in the right spot at the same time. 9 kilometers away from the crater, which is still quite far away from the 6-kilometer radius where all the folks are mandated to evacuate. Ooh. Galing. I'm from Legazpi City. Active volcano kasi siya. Typical na yung ganyang pag-erupt ng Mount Mayon. Usually overflow lang. Mas nakakatakot pag umulan ng magkasunod na araw. Lalo na kung bagyo na dala ay malakas na ulan. Dahil yung ibinubugang lahar, sand, gravel, and naglalakihang boulders na sinlaki ng bus. Ilaragasayan pababa. Meron yan dati kinain barangay. May kita mo na lang nakausli ng kakarampot bubong ng bahay. Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, we learned something new again. Kumbaga ito okay lang at this point. Wag lang daw umulan because that's when it creates more danger for everyone around the volcano. Normal lang pala to. Imagine. Imagine this being normal, chat. Yeah, so just PSA. This is the current status of Mayon as of 12 hours ago. Okay, dashcam videos. I have some here for you. I know you love dashcam videos, chat. Yung 6 na balloon parang na murder. It looks alright. Looks alright. Chat. There's nothing wrong with the balloons. Meron ba? Dashcam videos. I know you guys love dashcam videos, so let's watch a couple of them. Oh, yun na nga. Mas violent ang eruption. E-bike accident by an unsupervised child. Do you mean to say a kid was driving the e-bike? Oh no! Oh no! Uy, may bata rin sa motor. What the hell? Oh no. How did they know na bata yung laman nito? Siguro hindi na pinakita sa video, no? Moral of the lesson, don't have a child. Yeah, I feel like they didn't show it in the video anymore. Pero apparently, bata raw yung laman nito. So, pauwi na ako and witnessed an e-bike. Biglang dire-diretso hanggang makabangga ng motor na may bata. Buti na lang parati ako may distance pag may e-bike akong nakikita. Kawawa yung nabangga. What's not in the video? Nung pagdaan ko sa tabi ng e-bike, sabi ng bata, siguro 7 or 8 years old, kinukuha niya daw yung keychain. And I think the whole time, nasa passenger side siya nung front row ng e-bike. Kasi nung umandar na yung e-bike, nakita kong tumingin sa likod yung bata, akala ko maliit lang yung kasama niya sa harap. Yeah, outlaw e-bikes, chat. I'm not a fan at all. I understand that it's an affordable... I understand that e-bikes are an affordable mode of transportation. Pero walang place sa daan ang e-bike. Lalo na yung mga nakikita nating e-bike sa mga barangay roads. Kahit barangay road yan, hindi pa rin pwede ang e-bike because ang kasabayan mo sa barangay road, mga full-sized vehicles eh. And e-bikes are not regulated. Are they? I don't think they are. And you don't need a license to drive an e-bike. So, dapat talaga na gawan nila ng paraan itong mga e-bikes na to. Dapat may lisensya. I think that's a good first step. A good first step to would be kailangan mo ng license to drive an e-bike. But regularizing e-bikes, what does that even mean? Kailangan may certain weight sila? Kailangan they are kept to a manufacturing standard? What does that mean? Diba? Because to regularize them means to keep them safe, right? Make sure that they're safe to be on the road. But for it to be safe on the road, ang daming kailangan dami kailangan i-check. So sana mangyari yun. Yung iba may manibela pa yung e-bike pero walang lisensyang kailangan. Yeah, I think dapat may plaka. It's a good first step too. Because we see far too many accidents already with e-bikes. With e-bikes, you know, at times being the culprit and at others being the victim. Because there's no safety. Kulang sa safety yung e-bike 100%. Yeah, mga e-scooters or that's crazy. I understand that scooter like kalesa nga pwede sa daan eh. Or you know, bringing up LTO again, I feel like the LTO has a lot of problems. More than the James Deacon one. Man. I feel you, Levy. Ang hirap, no? Because e-bikes are an affordable means of transportation. It's accessible. But at the same time, if tanggalin mo yun, anong option? Mag-commute. Kung okay rin sana mag-commute. Ang gulo rin ng commute system natin dito. If mariregularize ang e-bike, magmamahal din siya. That's a guarantee. Because to regularize e-bikes means to make sure that all the parts, as well as the finished product, is kept to a standard. And someone is going to just monopolize the entire process. Mark my words, chat. Makikinabang lang dito, LTO ulit. Am I planning to change the 2026 balloon? Yeah, no. No, I can't. Initially, gusto ko kaagad mag-order ng 0 at ng 6. But I don't wanna add plastic waste anymore, chat. Again, one-time use lang to. After this month, those are all gonna be taken away. So, big chance that I'm gonna be taking it out. And just retaining the H and Y over here. So, H and Y, right? You see it? Tinatakpan ng 2 yung H. H and Y. Wala na yung 2026. Ayoko lang na maging totally sayang na hindi man lang natin nagamit to. I mean, okay lang maglagay ng 22. That can work. Talaga? Ang Kalesa may license? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean... Agree. I think the fine line is motorized vehicle, right? That's where licensing should happen. As long as it's motorized, whether it's an e-scooter or an e-bike, kailangan na siyang ma-regularize or kailangan lagyan ng barrier to entry. Gulo nito. Okay, comments. Safe daw e-bike. Tapos babantaan ng humihingi po kami ng pasensya, aksidente ang nangyari. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair argument, Levy. Na yung accessibility and yung utility ng e-bikes, or maybe ban them on major roads. Because it's no lie, you see e-bikes on major roads as well. And delikado rin yun. So I don't know. Like in the same way na banned ang tricycle sa highways, maybe e-bike should also no longer be on highways. I know they hardly are, Pero may mga ibang matigas pa rin yung ulo eh. Alright, more dashcam videos. Ubusin lang natin yung mga nakita ko. What's up, Joel? Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid malfunction or human error?
Shit! Irene!
Oh my God.
Ganda ng bakura nila. May mga halaman talaga. Punong-puno ito pagka summer.
Unintended acceleration. First of all, I don't buy it, chat. You remember how the Montero had an unintended acceleration issue? You remember that? I think it was about 10 years ago. Sudden unintended acceleration, SUA, and then nagkaroon ng investigation. It killed Mitsubishi, by the way. Almost did. It killed sales for Mitsubishi and definitely increased sales of Fortuners kasi Montero at Fortuner yung magkalaban, di ba? And when they did independent investigations, third-party investigations, they realized that there is no such thing as SUA. And the videos that were spreading across social media and being reported on TV were all human error. And I think yung pinaka-argument was, at least in those models of cars na involved in the SUA or the sudden unintended acceleration, yung mga Montero na yun, napansin nila na yung accelerator na pedal at yung brake na pedal masyadong magkalapit. Yun na yung yun yung pinaka problema nila. That's why in models that came after that variant, magkalayo na. That's why you never see it happen on Fortuners, because sa Fortuner, yung accelerator at yung brake magkalayo. Pero yun nga, yung mga Montero na nakuha on video na may SUA apparently, which is again disproven already, masyadong magkadikit yung dalawang pedals. So you may be, I guess the driver error or the human error there would be thinking na pinipindot mo na yung brakes, pero sa totoo lang you're actually pressing on the accelerator, or minsan you end up stepping on both. I don't think that's even a possibility. I know if you step on both, hindi aandar yung kotse. So I don't know. And then yun na nga, pwedeng nataranta yung, I mean, if you press on the gas and you think you're pressing on the brakes but you're actually pressing on the gas, if umandar yung kotse mo, mas pipihitin mo pa, mas pipindutin mo pa yung akala mong brakes pero accelerator pala. Kaya mas umaabante lang yung kotse. 'Di ba? Hey, yeah. I mean, I'm not the car person at all. This is crazy. So ito, like this is the Taranta take, right? So umaandar yung car.
Yaman ang may-ari.
'Di ba? And then you're stepping on the, akala mo, I feel like at this point, akala niya yung paa niya nasa brake. Pero sa totoo lang, yung paa niya nasa accelerator.
Hindi mo naman. Ay, shit!
O, diba? Tapos nataranta, hihigpitan mo pa yung accelerator. Only to realize, mas pipindutin mo pa yung accelerator, thinking you're stepping on the brakes, only to realize that you're actually stepping on the accelerator. Ito. Here we go.
Irene!
See? Nag-accelerate, tapos mas diniinan niya eh. Maririnig mo eh, di ba? It's not even from a stop position. And look at this. No time to react even. Nasalba lang sila nung posting to.
Irene, yung mga tao.
Nung sumigaw ng, ay! Ay! Here we go. Ay! Yung kamatis.
Imagine mo naman.
Ayan, di ba? Kasi kung automatic din yung car mo, aandar yan eh, kahit wala kang pinipindot. But I don't think she's letting go of the brakes. Like, you know how if you're on drive, if your gear is on drive, or if your shifter is on drive, and you're in an automatic vehicle, aandar yan kahit wala kang pinipindot. I think at these speeds, she's definitely pressing on her accelerator.
Tama.
Or maybe not. Actually, parang ang bagal pala dito. I feel like wala siyang pinipindot dito. See? I feel like the foot is not on anything. I mean, it's on the accelerator thinking na nasa brakes siya. Pero wala siyang pinipindot at all. Yeah, naka-roll. That's a good way to that's a good word to use. Naka-roll lang. Pero yung paa niya, akala niyang nasa brakes, yung pala nasa accelerator. Kaya dito, nung magbe-brake na siya, magbe-brake siya kasi aakyat siya dito, di ba? Yung paa niya nasa accelerator.
Ano naman? Ay, shit! Irene!
Gosh. Did anybody get hit though? Nobody got hit. That's nuts. Look, all their lives could have ended right there. All their lives, chat. Magbabagong buhay na lahat to. She looked like she got hit. Pero I feel like nasalon na nung majority nung force itong poste na to.
Irene, yung mga tao.
Irene. Kita ko lang sa TikTok, as per the clip, unintended acceleration daw, buti nakaiwas yung tatlo. SUA is a myth. Mitsubishi, oh, there you go. SUA is a myth. Mitsubishi even made the investment to debunk it when it was the Montero being suspected of having the issue. Ang katotohanan dyan, sudden unintended apak. SUA is just a scapegoat ng mga tatanga-tangang driver nagpapanik at tumatapak sa gas imbis sa brakes. Filipino drivers are just allergic to admitting human error and acknowledging na kamote sila na never dapat na-issuean ng lisensya. Irene! Likely human error na naman ulit yan. Yeah. You know, rinig na rinig mo yung pag-accelerate from what sounds like EV mode. Posibleng na naglinis ito ng kotse tapos hindi inayos yung matting. Still driver error. Tatanga-tangang driver lang talaga to. 2026 na SUA pa rin. Really? Alright, let's look at something that's a little less rabid. Yung hindi masyadong galit. Napaka-inconvenient naman ng SUA instances, no? Tipong tuwing sa mga parking areas or anything that would require full engagement ng driver at kotse. Kung SUA yan, bakit bago umakyat ng ramp? Ano yun? Kinabahan yung kotse, napaahon at nagrebelde? Guys, no need na bumirit kayo sa ramp tulad ng nasa video. Mag-lower gear kayo, then trust that your car's torque is enough to pull you up. Steady foot sa gas and you'll be fine. What's up, Philip? Yeah. There's another thread here that posted about it. Cars PH naman to. Hold on. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, same exact thing. 195, 792. Kinabahan nung nakita ang rampa. Dalawang paa ata ginamit. Sinisi pa yung kotse. Pinust pa talaga. Mukhang hindi din sanay mag-control ng speed ng kapag papasok ng rampa kaya nag-accelerate. Kaso nakalimutan at kumabig. All cases of sudden acceleration is human error. Yeesh. That's what it is. That's what it is. Anyway, be careful out there, chat. Imagine their lives, man. It could have ended right here. Look at that. No time for any of them to react. See, look at this, chat. Look at this. By the time na Ito nakatingin pa siya. Oh. Ito nag-react na. Ito nakatingin pa rin. Gosh. This post truly saved their lives, man. Imagine the adrenaline coursing through their veins. Katakot. Now, speaking of cars, check this out. The ASEAN Automotive Map. The ASEAN Automotive Map. ASEAN Automotive Map, who is making cars where? So, if you look at the Philippines, it's kind of sad. Pero, tatlo na lang yung manufacturers dito. Toyota, Mitsubishi, and Photon. We once had Honda, right? But Honda already exited. Look at that, chat. It's a little... Every time I see this, and then every time I see our neighbors just leaving us, makes me sad. Vote wisely. I hate to make it about that, but please vote wisely. So, Toyota's still here. Santa Rosa ang Toyota, diba? So, in the Philippines, only 3 now. Photon, Mitsubishi, and Toyota. I mean, understandably, Singapore is so tiny. That's why they only have Hyundai. Galing lang Malaysia. Even Lamborghinis are produced in Malaysia. Oh, Nissan. Nissan meron sa Pilipinas dati. I did not know that. Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Cambodia. When Willie Revillame advertised Photon on his daytime slop shows, the brand just felt cheap, cringe, and scummy to me. Kinda like what I felt when he advertised Cherry Mobile too. Every brand that guy gets sponsored by, I avoid like the plague. Oh my gosh. Marami pa sana yan sa atin kung business friendly lang tayo. Stein, ang gusto namin pulvoron. Bakit naging PMS? Stein, pakidrop naman dyan yung link nung kapatid mong nagbe-bake ng sobrang sarap na pulvoron. Not kidding, chat. One of the best pulvorons I've ever tasted in my life. Gawa nung kapatid ni Stein. Busy yung gumagawa ng pulvoron. Sobrang sarap. Skoda in Vietnam. Interesting for a Czech brand not really known to non-car people outside of Europe. Speaking of Willie Revillame, check this out. Anyone still watching Willie Revillame? And this got me personally intrigued because growing up, Willie Revillame was one of the most popular people ever. I remember him making headlines when at the peak of his fame, he was making an alleged 1 million pesos per day. He got so rich that he was able to build towers and just be in huge control of the show business industry that he was in. Pinag-aagawan siya. He never, every time he exited the place, he almost always found another place na tatanggapin siya. He could do no wrong because there will be always somebody to accept him. So, andito na tayo ngayon. We're now at Willionario, the nth iteration of Willie's game show. Balik TV5 via Willionario. Seriously, nakailang rebrand ka na, Kuya Will? Ilang channels na rin. Same old game mechanics, same host, same crash outs, same attitude since February 2005. May magbabago pa ba kay Kuya Will? And the graphic design. It seems like pride na lang nag-hold sa kanya from retiring sa TV. Ayaw niya mauna mag-retire bago ang mga competitors niya. TVJ. I know the crash outs are super famous. I know he had one recently, right? I wonder if you could Google that. Search kaya natin. Willie Revilla may crash outs. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. Search natin. Willie Revilla may crash out. That's the thing with fame too, right? The fame, power, money really gets to your head. And yun na nga, because it was being validated by other game shows and other TV networks just accepting him whenever he would be kicked out from one, it's impossible to not feel like you're invincible. Okay, kick me out. I do this. Sige, sipain niyo ako. Let's go to another place. Make them money. Diba? It's the same thing. And then ito pa, tinanggap pa uli siya ng TV5 after leaving TV5. If I'm not mistaken, when he left Wawawi sa ABS-CBN, TV5 yata yung unang tumanggap sa kanya. Diba? Alright, let's check it out. On TikTok, mga crash out ni Willie. Willie Revilla may crash out.
Kampanya, hinahanap artista. Pag nanonood kayo ng sinihan, sino ba pinanonood yung artista? Pag nakikinig kayo ng music, sino ba pinakinggan kayo? Entertainer.
Oh, ang dami ko nang nasabi. Nagra-rant na ako kanina. Okay, like I was saying, I will never get. I wonder if I could repeat it in the same way. This is something I will never get about rich people. Maybe it's a human flaw na kapag yumaman tayo ng sobra-sobra, we lust for power. And then, next thing you know, our minds just go haywire and then wala na. We're done. We're cooked. Because in my head, it's so easy to say it right now, diba? Weird, rich people are so weird. You're already rich. Just chill the fuck out. You're done. You're done with your own personal goals. Start looking out for other people's goals. Maybe start with your family. Set your kids up, right? In the best way possible so that they also achieve their dreams. Go on unlimited vacations. I don't know. Do something, but to create more drama. Right? To create more drama and just be rich in the process. It's like, come on, man. 99% of the world's problems are because we do not have enough resources to even achieve that point where we can be happy because we no longer have money problems. Understandably, after that point, more money, more problems na lang yan eh. But a lot of the unhappiness majority of the world feels is because of money problems and problems money can actually solve. Past that, ibang usapan na yun, ibang problema na yun. So, I don't understand. And if you don't want a family, let's say sobrang yaman na, and you don't want a family, maybe start looking for goals bigger than yourself. Rich people, man. Rich people. Well, they do say that, right? That money is like the super soldier serum. The super soldier serum enhances who you are. So if you're already a shitty person and you get injected with a super soldier serum, you only become a shittier person. And that's the same with money, right? Because money is a tool. It's a tool that allows you to be yourself some more. So unfortunately, we make too many wrong people rich. Pero hindi, I don't buy it eh. I feel like it's just not normal, right? I feel like our brains just aren't equipped with tools to handle a vast amount of wealth and fame. Diba? Like, if you think about no longer than 1,000 years ago, like a few thousand years ago, I don't think it's in our genes to handle this much power. Normally, nobody has this much wealth. So I don't know, chat. Rich people are weird. I think it's the main takeaway here. Yeah, I guess, yun na nga. I mean, going back to what he said earlier, to begin with, Willie Revillame has already been problematic. So, mas na-enable lang yun. And there you go. Money is an enabler. Alright, let's look at more crash out videos.
Milyonaryo!
Oh, this is the most recent one. Right? Milyonaryo.
Dapat milyonaryo, Marvel, puro yan. Sa opening ko yan, ha? Okay? Mali yung pindot mo na naman. Mamaya mo na patugtugin yan, napiparaim mo yung opening eh. Sulat mo nga, Willie Revillame, papasok itong music. Nasyashare mo na naman ako sa ere. Floors, okay. Pakita nga natin.
At least my awareness. Diba? Oh, nagsashare mo na naman ako sa ere. I'm not quite sure. Wala namang problem so far sa akin. How will you answer a job interview question? How important is the salary amount for you? How do you answer that question? I wouldn't know how to answer it. He knows he just doesn't care anymore. So sobrang yaman niya. If I were to answer that question, I would probably say salary is very important to me. It's probably, I'm not gonna lie, salary is probably the most important thing to me because I have personal goals and ambitions of enriching my personal life and my close family and friends around me. So, yes, it is important. And then a close second would probably be enriching the company, or making sure I do my job well. I don't know how to answer corporate questions, chat. But how would you answer it, Ron? I would just answer it honestly.
Ikot mo nga, Gary. Okay, ikot mo lang. Yan, dahan-dahan. Okay, magmadali. Wala tayong lakad. Relax lang kayo. Okay, hindi pa natapos yung BTR nyo. Hindi pa ko tapos. Pala yung BTR nyo. Akala ko pa tapos na. Yun ang problema. Umalis kasi ako, nag-meeting ako. Pagbalik ko, hindi pa pala tama. Kung nandito ako, naayos niyan. O ngayon, magagahit na naman kayo sa akin. Bakit gano'n? O yan ang sinasabi ko. Alam nyo, I'm sorry Balagay ko, papalitan ko kayo lahat.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Sorry. Hindi yung ginagawa yung trabaho nyo na maayos. TV5, ikita-kita tayo dyan. Sabi ko sa inyo di ba, ayusin natin.
He crashing out. What are the comments?
Milyonaryo!
Milyonaryo, ang huling 2 linggo. Feeling ko ganito si Vice ganda pero kudos sa her, hindi sa ere. Ang kalat nito, this is so unpro. Bakit kaya may nagtitiis sa kanya? Kung magaling kang host, dapat alam mo pong lusutan pa ang mga unexpected or technical issues. No. I guess ever since Wawa Wee, that just, I mean, maybe at the back of his mind, gusto niya pa rin maabot yung ganun, di ba? Because when Wawa Wee was peaking, man, they were selling out arenas. So maybe gusto niya pa rin maabot yun. And he's just so frustrated that everyone around him isn't as competent anymore. What's this? May pinadala si Mok.
I love that almost everything you do on a computer is named after an outdated technology. Like, why do you log in to an app? The way they measured speed on old boats is they would take a log and put a long rope with knots at certain intervals, and they would toss the log over, and it would get pulled out behind them, and they would count how many knots went by and how fast, which is where we got the measurement of speed for ships as knots. But then they would take the log back in, and they would make a mark on the log of how fast they were traveling. When you log into an app, you're adding your name and your password to the log of things happening on that app. You're writing your password onto a ship's log. Of course, there's more recent stuff, like when you CC somebody on an email, that stands for
Carbon copy. Okay. Sa resibo ko na lang nakikita to.
carbon copy, which was an old-timey way of making copies of documents. The keyboard you type on is full of anachronisms, like the return key used to be on a typewriter because it returned the carriage to the beginning.
Chat, sino naabutan to? That's me. That's me, man. Once upon a time.
Beginning of the page. Then there was the brief period of the teletype, two typewriters connected by a wire, and you could type on one and the other one would spit out the letters. Well, the control key allowed you to send control commands to the other typewriter. Now when you type, you choose a font, and that comes from an old friend.
Oh, thank you, Mommy Keiko. Thank you for the 5 memberships. Chat! W's in the chat for Mommy Keiko.
Word meaning to melt down, because in the old typesetting days on the printing press, they would have to melt down lead to make the letter shapes. And there's holdovers from earlier computers, like the save icon is frequently
Ito, naabutan ko rin. Yung floppy disk.
a floppy disk, which is called a floppy disk even though it was not floppy at that size, because the previous size of disk was bigger and it did go flopping about.
Oh my God. Even the floppy disk. Akala ko, yung knowledge ko hanggang save button lang eh. Na it's based on the floppy disk. But I didn't know that the floppy disk was also based on a floppy disk.
Now it's time for me to post this, which is what we used to do with notices and mail, hang them on posts, because at its heart, all technology is just the evolution of the log.
Nice.
Hindi, kamusta na yung tawag ito, ready ka na ba mag-viral ulit sa mga antics mo sa TV? Kasi doon ka talaga minahal at nakilala at naging kontrobersyal.
Prangkahin mo na ako, sasabihin mo yung nagagalit ako sa TV.
Pwede naman.
I-explain ko sa inyo. Bakit ako nagagalit? Para malaman niyo, kami bago kami mag-on air, nire-rehearse yan. Bakit nire-rehearse? Inaaral lahat ko anong dapat mong gawin. Kailangan ka pa ba magkamali? Nire-rehearse na natin yan. Mga kababayan, madami na ho akong pinagdaanan sa programa. Nagkaroon na ako ng stampede. Hindi ko ba
Wrong way to highlight the peak of your career, brother.
iaalagaan yung mga kababayan natin na nanonood sa studio? Magiging stricto talaga ako. Sabihin nyo na, nagyayabang ako sa TV. And I will be very strict. Kung may masasaktan, kung may matatandang madadapa, hindi ko papayagan yan. Magalit na kayo sa akin, mayabang na ako, pero hindi ko papabayaan. Sa loob ng studio, may ma-aksidente pa. Dahil ho, nung panahon ng stampede, ako lang ho ang pumupunta sa mga pamilyang yan. Ako minumura
Wow, spoken like a politician.
nila. Ako lahat ang umaakap.
Can you imagine? It went from, where was the conversation? Bakit ako nagagalit? To, ako yung kawawa. Like, that's a masterclass in politics, diba? You always have to find a way to not only make it about you, pero kung bakit ikaw yung victim.
Sa kanila. So, gusto ko maintindihan nyo bakit. Ngayon,
And
diba,
he did that,
during
what,
the time
in 30 seconds?
na nagkakampanya ako, may viral. Nagagalit daw ako. Isipin nyo, tinutulok yung mga matatanda sa pagkuha ng jacket. Hindi ka ba magagalit nun? Siyempre magagalit ka. Inaagawan yung mga nanay. Gusto ko lang malaman nyo, 3 ho ang lola ron na bumagsak, dinala ko sa ospital. At hindi ko pinabayaan. Kung kahit na bawal na magbigay ng pera, hindi. Kailangan ko silang patingin, pinunta ko sa ospital.
Hey, I was about to say that, Romeo. I do feel like to an extent, he's being genuine. Na-traumatize talaga siya nung event na yun. Right? But at the same time, he's not handling the trauma properly. So, yung mga little errors, he, irrationally connects to that trauma. Feeling like these errors, if avoided, can prevent a bigger catastrophe from happening. Whereas in reality, the little errors happening on set, even if they go wrong, will not cause another stampede-like event. Okay? And plus, idagdag na natin na, yun na nga, seasoned host na siya. Over the years, ang dami niya nang nagawa. And ang dami niya na experience. He's experienced probably the most competent setups, the most competent stages, most competent production teams. So now, when he's with lesser productions or smaller productions, mas napapansin niya yung mga pagkakamali. Mas naiinis siya dahil ito lang, di niyo pa magawa ng tama. Kakasimula lang natin, kakapractice lang natin, nakalimutan niyo na. But these are no excuses, right? Especially as the main host or the big guy who everybody looks up to in the production, you have a responsibility, a great responsibility to one, be not relentless, but be not ridiculous, but be extremely accountable for the actions of your team. Kumbaga, kung ano yung pagkakamali nila, ikaw pagkakamali mo rin yun to some degree, right? Because ikaw yung leader eh. So, I don't know. So, it's that na may trauma, and it's that na perfectionist na siya at this point. That's just, creating this hot pot of wild goo and mess that is his meltdowns.
Pag weekend, pinupunta ako sa bahay. Yan para hindi ko to inaangat sarili ko. Pero ayoko na may nakikita na sasaktan pa sa studio. Paano kung hindi
that or he's just diverting the question.
galit, nag-rehearse ka, di ba? Tinuturo sa iyo ang tama, nagkakamali ka pa. Mahirap na magkamali sa mga madami na nag-voice ng voice sa programa ko. And I think this is the time na dapat to maintindihan nyo bakit to ako nagkakaganon. Yun lang naman, maintindihan nyo sana ako.
Okay. That's it. Kuya Will. What's this? Alam ko viral moment din to eh.
Bakit mo? Bigyan niyo ako ng babae. Bing, ayoko ng puro lalaki. Puro lalaki to. Bigyan niyo ako ng babae. Bing, ayoko ng puro lalaki. Lalaki na yung nanalo kahapon eh. Ayun na. So, yung ating kanina pinakita si Ganda Morena. Asa ba si Ganda Morena? Ganda Morena, halika dito. Nawala lang ako, hindi na kayo nakatini. Yun ang problema. Umalis kasi ako, nag-meeting ako. Pagbalik ko, hindi pa pala tama. Kung nandito ako, naayos niyan. O ngayon, magagahit na naman kayo sa akin. Bakit gano'n? O yan ang sinasabi ko. Alam niyo, I'm sorry Palagi ko, papalit ako kayo lahat. Sorry. Hindi yung ginagawa yung trabaho niyo na maayos.
TV5, mag-usap tayo.
Ikita-kita tayo dyan.
Yeah, I agree also. Hey, what's up, Office Ninja? Dapat marunong din talaga maging flexible. Lalo na kung fine-flex niya, di ba? Na siya, na napakagaling niyang tao. Okay, another one. Who's been on EDSA recently? This is, I think, at the Ayala intersection. Banda Ayala intersection or Ayala underpass. Chat, this is the EDSA rehab that's been warned. That we've been warned with. I'm not sure kung may 1 year na or kung may several months na. But not too long ago, we were warned that there will be an EDSA rehab and it will unfortunately cause even more traffic in Metro Manila. Nagsimula na siya noong holidays and I can't help but feel like it doesn't look like it's planned properly or executed properly. Because again, along this road, which is right before the Ayala-McKinley intersection here in EDSA, or McKinley intersection on EDSA, inaspaltohan na nila yung first lane. And look at the kind of danger that it creates, right? That kind of danger where if you just switch lanes or worse, hindi mo namalayan, will create like a major hump between lanes. So, delikado yan. And I am not sure anymore what's happening. Because last time I was on the road, which was a week ago, ganito na siya. Maybe may progress na. Maybe lahat na aspaltohan na. But as it is, when this picture was taken, very, very big hazard yan on the road. So the question here is EDSA rehab just a fancy term to market putting a fresh layer of asphalt? Like there's no actual rehab, it's just aspaltohan lang? Meron ba, Arky? Meron ba tayong nilook forward to na ASEAN visitors? Curious question, and I am not an expert with road maintenance, but maybe you have some. You have some thoughts regarding this because I just noticed that the so-called EDSA rehab is all about putting a fresh layer of asphalt. EDSA is now as high as a sidewalk on the side of the MRT. Is this best practice in rehabilitation of roads or just marketing hype? How do other countries construct and rehabilitate their roads? Again, it's a road hazard. You could either be on this lane, switching lanes, not realizing na ang laki pala nung difference ng height ng two lanes. You could be a smaller vehicle, right? And your vehicle will be less able to accommodate the change in difference of height. Worse, again, if hindi mo namalayan, matataranta ka. Oh wow, a good comment here. They use a different kind of asphalt here. Stone mastic asphalt to be exact. Mas lamang yung coarse aggregates and may better resistance to rutting and weather. This is for better load transfer, lalo na sa high volume road pavements. It's actually good. Ang nagmamatter na lang ay yung workmanship. Dito sa Mablay kadalasan, kaya nababakbak agad yung mga road pavement natin or may lupog dahil kulang sa compaction. Also, naghahabol sila ng oras so tama lang ginawa nila. Again, yung road pavement na ginamit ay okay, pero workmanship yung issue kadalasan at time constraint din dahil holidays. But it still looks like this, right? Oh, ASEAN 2026 is Philippines. I heard it's just phase 1. Next is they plan to widen the pedestrian and bike lanes. That's good. Sana success yung maging execution nun. Is it just me or marketing hype and pakulo ng DPWH? In other countries, they treated concrete or asphalt with good drainage to minimize the risk of potholes. Pooling of water equals poor drainage is the main source of potholes in the Philippines. Tayo latag lang ng latag ng asphalt kahit paulit-ulit yung problema. I don't know. I hope this gets fixed right away. Because napansin ko rin to eh. When I switched lanes, laki nung difference. And I drive a car larger than a sedan. So what more for smaller vehicles, diba? it's just so hard to love our government right now. Sa totoo lang, it's just drama after drama. And every day we're just reading new comments about how inefficient we are, how our peers or countries beside us are just leaving us. I mean, to be fair, buong mundo naman nahirapan, right? Since the pandemic. Pero parang bakit hanggang ngayon di pa rin tayo umaahon? So I don't know, chat. Maybe take a break from this content. Personally, like maybe dapat mas iwasan na natin to. Can we still take it? Maybe we should just game. How about we just game till the end of the month? Ano bang games dyan pwede laruin? Isang habagat lang yan, botas-botas na naman. So, I guess until they repair the roads themselves, tas aaspaltohan lang, it's just gonna be the same thing. I noticed that sa Commonwealth. In Commonwealth chat, ang sarap nung inabagong aspalto, ang smooth nung road. No more than a year later, pura potholes na ulit. Another thread. The problem is drainage. Yeah. Ang may teacher akong nagsabi sa akin all the way back in high school na ang drainage daw ng Pilipinas or ang kanal natin dapat kasya ang tao. Totoo naman, yung mga drain natin, kasya talaga ang tao. Mga sewage natin, kasya ang tao. Pero taong nakahiga daw. Kailangan taong nakatayo. Ganun dapat yung diameter noong mga drains natin. Oh, nice. Like a catch basin. Kulang na yon sa atin, yung ganun kalaki. Dapat talagang parang yung sa... What country is that? Na sobrang laki nung drain. Parang gusto ko nga maglaro eh. Like, I really want to play a game again, chat. I don't think because we have days this month that still have no content assigned to. I think we can play games, don't you think? Maybe we shift our content from yapping to gaming. Or we do both, gaming and yapping. In one stream. Sa Japan, yun ba yun? Japan drainage. Let's see now. Yeah, this one. This is nuts. Flood control system ng Tokyo. What the hell, man? I do have a recommendation. What is it? What is it, Levi? Ganito sa BGC? For real? What happened to Doc Adam, chat? Nag-YouTube pa ba siya, Doc Adam? I miss Doc Adam. Oh man. 4 years ago na yung post niya. Doc Adam, where are you? Cult of the Lamb. Popular indie game blending roguelike dungeon crawling with base building and cult management. Players control a possessed lamb saved by a dark entity to build a loyal cult, perform rituals, gather resources, and defeat rival prophets to spread their faith and appease their mysterious benefactor. The gameplay involves fast-paced combat in procedurally generated dungeons and managing the needs of followers backed at your base, offering a unique mix of cute, dark aesthetics and addictive progression. When was this out? Cult of the Lamb. Looks like a G game. Daddy Adam lang yung kay S. I knew it! Mag-spawn si SWG. Between this and the winner of Game of the Year, which game would you recommend, Levy? What is the Game of the Year again? Game of the Year. There you go. Expedition 33 or Cult of the Lamb? How does BGC remain floodless? Oh! Oh! Nice! May ganyan pala ang BGC. That's cool. I never really thought about it. Mas interactive. Yun, I'm down for that. I'm down for it being interactive. I remember watching the trailer. Oh, alala ko na. Ito yung sinasabi mo, Levi, na ano, yung parang turn-based game. Turn-based game, yeah? Yakult. Pwede. Expedition 33, so this is not turn-based. Okay, okay, okay. What does our schedule look like even? Wait. Here. We could allot several days for that. I'm down. You want to do 1920? What's up, Fish Fiend? We can do 1920 for that. Or how many days you want to allot for it? Buong week ng 19. We could do that. Cult of the Lamb. I want to. How long to play? Does this game finish or no? How long to play Cult of the Lamb? Horror sa October. 15 to 20 hours to beat the main story. That's doable in 1 week. 45 to 50 hours. Pero 100% to eh. Main story lang dapat. 100%, no, we just want to do the main story. Sa October, promise, we are gonna be doing horror. May peak ka, Fish Fiend? Or you wanna finish peak first, Levy? Let's just finish peak. Balikan na natin yung peak. Maybe that's it, right? We finish peak because it's still open-ended at this point. No, I haven't played. I haven't played Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain. Sounds like a Manila game. Permanent death and cooperative play where players fight hordes of aliens on chaotic planets. Roadside Shawarma? Is that the song? Popular creepy Roblox horror game where players work a night shift at the spooky shawarma stand, serving strange customers and following. I'm down. I'm down. Okay, so peak and roadside shawarma. What's your schedule looking like, chat? What's your schedule looking like for peak? Let's schedule it in now. Sa 19. What's your schedule looking like? Let's play peak on the 19th. Fortunately, regular pa naman ang BP ko. Or how about we do peak on the 16th instead, so it's nearer. Or the 15th. 15th or 16th? I know. 15th. 15th we play peak. 19th we play 19th we play the game. What's that? Roadside shawarma. Roadside shawarma. 15 mag-peak tayo. Where are you going, Bills? Maaga pa. Thank you for dropping by, Bills. Sige, let's do gaming. So we'll play peak and roadside shawarma. Will we need more than one day for roadside shawarma? What's Don't Look at Grandma? My last game purchase? Probably peak. I don't game a lot. I know I should. Don't Look at Grandma? If we're gonna purchase a game, it has to be the game. Di ba natapusan natin yung Little Night? Yeah, natapusan natin yung Little Nightmares. We finished that game pretty quickly. Alright, so we have 3 more days to fill out. Kaya ba Roadside Shawarma? Or is that the game that even finishes? Or only yun? I think we got enough for now. I think we have enough for now. Peak and Roadside Shawarma. I don't even remember that, the asylum area. Nakaka-frustrate kasi minsan nag-overthink eh, tas ang dali lang pala nung kailangan gawin. Thank you to the gifter who gifted Little Nightmares 2. 3. At least natapos natin yun, no? If magka-4, G? But okay. Peak, Roadside Shawarma. We'll leave 20 vacant in case itutuloy natin yung Roadside Shawarma that day. Okay? For now, chat, a lot of people claim that the PAL in-flight video was inspired by British Airways video. Is it true? I don't know, but we can watch this video and enjoy for a bit here. 5 minutes, 22 seconds. British Airway, ito yung safety video nila from 2024.
Anne, I must confess a sentiment of the most tender nature.
Welcome, everyone. We will now demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft, and your attention is essential, as this may be different from any aircraft that you've flown on before.
Do I smell the winds of war? I see smoke on the horizon.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices, is not permitted at any time whilst on board, including the toilets, which have smoke detectors in them.
Gerald, it's you. For too long I've kept my true feelings hidden, but now...
Personal devices should have the flight safe mode feature enabled now.
Handheld devices must be held securely or placed into a pocket.
What witchcraft is this? The painting! It moves!
Larger devices, including laptops, must be switched off and placed in your luggage for takeoff and landing. Please unplug your devices from the...
I like how it's just inspired. I like how with PAL, they put a storyline to it. With this one, it's a montage, it seems.
Sockets. They must also be switched off and unplugged when not being used during the flight. If you do lose your device within your seat, please don't move the seat yourself. Ask a member of crew for some help.
Anne, dearest, at your age, one can't be too choosy.
Hand baggage must be placed under the seat in front of you, or carefully above in an overhead locker, so it doesn't block any aisles or exits.
Just one moment. Please check your seatbelt is fastened securely and worn whenever the seatbelt signs are on. It is fastened like this, adjusted like this, and opened like this.
If you're sitting in one of our first or Club World seats with a shoulder strap, you must ensure this is also attached for takeoff and landing. It is adjusted like this and opened like this. For your comfort and safety in case of turbulence, we recommend you keep your seatbelts fastened.
Maybe I'm just not familiar with British culture or English culture. I really don't know. But I like the PAL one more. Parang mas suabe. I mean, maybe they made this video so that PAL could run. You know what I mean? Pero mas suabe yung sa PAL. It kind of feels like it's more integrated. Whereas this one, it kind of feels like there's still a big disconnect between, it's super creative for sure, pero parang may disconnect between what's happening in the scene and the aircraft. Whereas in PAL, gets mo na kung ano yung references nila, it's for the aircraft.
And visible at all times.
Tied up! If the air supply fails, oxygen will be provided and masks will appear automatically. If you are wearing a face mask, please remove it before putting on the oxygen mask. Stay in your seat, pull the oxygen mask towards you and place it over your mouth and nose and breathe normally, adjusting the band to secure it. Please note, the bag may not inflate. You may need to pull on a coloured streamer to release your mask. Ensure your own mask is fitted before helping anyone else.
Your life jacket is underneath or beside your seat. If required, remove the jacket from its container and pull it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie securely in a double bow at the side. To inflate, pull the red toggle as shown, and the air can be topped up by using this mouthpiece. There is a whistle and a light for attracting attention. Please do not inflate your life jacket until you're outside of the aircraft. Pray, which they'll do it again.
Should we need
no
to evacuate, move quickly to the nearest usable exit. Taking nothing with you as carrying baggage may block aisles and exits.
Missed opportunity, Paolo. I should have said so PAL could fly. Sayang.
And delay your evacuation. Low-level lighting will guide you to an exit. All exits are clearly marked and are being pointed out to you now.
Eyes on your cabin crew.
Please locate your nearest exit. Remember, it may be behind you. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slide.
High-heeled shoes must be removed as they may tear the slide.
This red handle is for emergency use only, and its instructions are found inside your suite. Doors must be secured open for taxi, takeoff and landing.
All this important information can be found on your safety card. This includes the brace position, and this is the brace position!
George! If your seat is fitted with the shoulder strap, you must adopt this position.
Please now check your seat is in the takeoff position with the armrest down. Your table is folded away, personal devices unplugged, and window blinds are open.
It kind of feels, this one feels info overload also. I know they're basically saying the same thing, but I don't know. It feels like it's too much info. And then, parang kinoconnect pa ng utak ko kung ano yung sinasabi nila sa nakikita ko talaga sa aircraft.
Or set to clear. If you have a footstool or a video screen, please stow these now.
A letter, Lady Bentley.
What is this?
I believe it's a safety card, ma'am.
Please have a good look at your safety card before we depart. And if you have any questions, just ask your cabin crew.
And as always, wherever you go, whomever you see, stay safe.
Look after one another.
And never change.
Is it a winged creature of the air?
Or perchance a celestial contrivance navigating the skies?
No, man. That's a British Airways A350.
I like it still. They're parodying Bridgerton. Of course. Hindi ako nakanood nung MMFF. There you go. Hindi ako nakanood ng MMFF. I wanted to, but I think over the break, I got sick. 2, I just wanted to rest. And what other time that I had to myself, I spent it with family or in the gym. No vacations, just stayed here. Just really chilled. Caught up on sleep as well. Gained some weight, but nawawala na rin yung weight na yun ngayon. I don't know if I'm happy that I'm losing weight. Yeah. What happened to balloons? I don't know. I felt like I pumped too much. Malambot siya nung una, so I put more air, tas pumutok. in short. And I'm reluctant to replace the balloons because even though it looks nice, and it really does, honestly, parang ang ganda nung contrast niya against the wall, I'm just hesitant to waste more plastic because as it is, I'm not gonna be using those balloons ever again. So, I'm gonna be taking them out. So, in the next stream, wala na yan. Right. Good one. Good one. Mas na-appreciate yata ni Romeo. So, yeah. Be happy while it's still there. Monday, wala na yan, chat. Okay. How about something light to end our stream with, chat? Something light. Something light. Okay, fine. Not something light, but something I wanna ask you. Aware ba kayo dito? Here you go, chat. Okay, so aware ba kayo dito? I've never seen this myself, or maybe I have. Hindi ko lang na-connect na ito na pala yung nangyayari. Resellers of pastries ng S&R. So, may mga nakikita... Actually, now that I think about it, may mga nakikita akong ganito na nagpa-park along the road. Ang dami nilang pastries sa loob, but never did I think... Ang dami nilang pastries sa loob in plastic containers, but I never actually thought galing silang S&R. I haven't seen this. I mean, now that I'm being shown this picture and now that I'm taking a closer look at it, oo nga, may mga nakikita akong ganito. Sa provinces daw, marami. So is it a simple where are you going, Fish Feed? Is it a simple reselling thing? As in, they buy in bulk, sell? Ganun? Yeah, apparently they're S&R. Why, Paul? Bumili ka na ba dito ever? Fish Feed? Will you be playing Peak with us? Oh, sabi raw ni Alex, 2 araw daw dapat yung shawarma. I don't think they're gonna sell it for the same price, that's for sure. It's okay, 2 days for roadside shawarma. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Daan ka naman dito! Daan ka muna sa YouTube before going. Dito sa amin may mga nakapark na car nagtitinda ng boxes of Jayco. Wala kasi malapit na Jayco. Do they sell it for a more expensive price? Nice one, Levy. That's a big W. That's a big W. We'll take the W's when we can, right? Little W's stack. Let him. Gets. So the store is trying to get rid of it. I understand now. The store is trying to get rid of it, maybe because the expiration date is nearing. So they sell them at 50% off. You hoard ng reseller, buy it at half the price, but sell it at regular price to other people. I mean, that's a hustle. I don't think... Is there anything wrong there? Because if mabubulok na yung pastries, right? Then... If mabubulok na yung pastries, then it should be all good. Or technically, they're buying the products with their own money. So parang walang... How different is this from yung mga nakikita natin na bumibili ng stock para sa sari-sari store nila? For as long as they're selling it with honesty, it's a hustle. It's a hustle. If they're selling... Okay, so if binibenta to ng pasinungaling dahil sasabihin nila na matagal pa expiration nito, 2 weeks pa or next week pa, pero mag-e-expire na pala. No. But if it's just a simple resale, I don't see the problem with it. It's a free market. Hindi naman to essential good, di naman to lugaw. 'Di ba? Na if i-hoard, hindi naman to lugaw o toilet paper na kung i-hoard may mawawalan. So I feel like it's free game. It's a hustle again. Unless you're missing something. So let's read the comments. Sobrang beeves lang yung mauubusan ka ng pastries sa SNR kasi nag-hoard yung ibang members just to resell. Paano naman yung iba? So, ang magagalit dito, yung mga gusto lang ng isang case ng pastries, pero kahit man lang isa, wala silang makuha kasi binili na lahat ng resellers. Right? Di naman dapat nirereklamo yan. Bulk buying ang SNR, di ba? O yun. Kumita naman na SNR dyan, wala na silang pake. True, SNR is happier if they got sold rather than throwing out these to the trash because of the expiration date. Pasabay naman karamihan dyan. Pooled orders. Let them hustle. Hindi naman sila nagnanakaw ng taxpayers' money. Again, it's fair game. I am okay with them naman. They pay for it din naman like us. Ang hindi ko lang na-take talaga nung magpapasko, ang dami namin naghihintay kasama yung ate girl na madami na nasa cart. Nung lumabas yung next batch, gusto niya na kunin lahat dun sa staff na naglabas. Tapos nakikipagtalo siya, kesyo madami daw kasi siyang pa-order. Buti hindi pumayag yung staff na kunin niya lahat. Hinayaan muna ni staff makakuha ng tigiilan yung mga bibili for personal consumption, tapos saka si ate girl binigyan. W staff for understanding that not everyone is in there to resell. May mga ilan lang doon, may mga naan doon to just enjoy the muffins themselves. Ayaw niya kaming pabigyan sa staff. Inaaway niya pa kami na bakit mabibigyan din kami. Yan, that's the L. Okay? That's when I feel like that's not it. Yeah, if they enforce limits and hindi sinusundan yung limits, then that's where it's wrong. But SNR looks like they're chill about it. Ayun, hindi pa din complete so need niya pa maghintay sa susunod na batch. Nah man, game is game. I hate seeing them too, but I respect the hustle. I once saw this older couple buy off all the chicken wings, totaling the bill to 12K. I was furious and impressed at the same time. Don't let it get to you. You can always come back the next day or at a later time. They resupply morning and evening. This is the comment. Game is game. Yeah. It may not even be reselling. My folks come home with like 8 bags of rotisserie chicken today to give away to staff. I joked that they'd be bashed online for hoarding, but they didn't get the joke. Those pastries are very mid, but some people like them like seniors. Mock. Wait lang, basahin ko ulit yun I'm not sure I read that. I'm not sure Mock heard that. Those pastries are very mid, but some people like them like seniors. Some people like them like seniors. May nag-viral sa TikTok na nag-hoard ng rotisserie chicken pero pinamigay niya ate sa homeless. Again, it's if it was procured legally, ethically, and walang tinapakan na iba, and SNR is not blocking this or setting limits, then let it be. Let it be, I think. Oh, ticket scalping is I think the difference with ticket scalping is that the scalpers sell it at. That's a good question. So anong pinagkaiba nito sa ticket scalping? I feel like when it comes to ticket scalping, the prices are being sold at obnoxious prices, ridiculous prices, and the main goal of scalping is... Oh, ano? Yeah, I think that's it. Whereas this one, I think it's just being sold at reasonable prices still. Kung may markup man, hindi siya parang scalping ng tickets na talagang weird yung pagtaas ng price. And also, isn't scalping illegal officially? Like, if the sole purpose of the purchase of the tickets is to sell them at X amount of the original price, illegal yun, di ba? I know it's illegal. Scalping law. It's a bill introduced by Senator Mark Villar. May law na ba? Alam ko... The Anti-Ticket Scalping Act, Senate Bill 2873, has been filed to ban and punish ticket scalping in the Philippines. Anti-Ticket Scalping Act 2873. So I guess, okay, so my Anti-Ticket Scalping Act in the Philippines aims to ban and penalize the illegal resale of event tickets at inflated prices, prohibiting selling, hoarding, or distributing without authorization, and limiting resale markups to 10% above face value, with escalating fines and imprisonment for violators, targeting scalpers, and those facilitating large-scale operations, with agencies like the DTI and PNP tasked to enforce it. So, that's the difference. Okay, we have the answer right here. The difference is that, first of all, there is a limit to the amount of markup that it can have, which is 10%. And second, pinipigilan siya ng government mismo. Again, if SNR goes out and says, nope, bawal nyo nang gawin to, and ginagawa pa rin, then that's where, we step on the ethical line na bawal talaga. But if it's a hustle and they're doing it and everyone's and it's being done at a reasonable rate, then I think it's okay. Yeah, ang muffin talagang reselling lang. Unnatural driving of prices ang scalping. Sana ano na to. Matuloy na to. Ito nga siya. Where is it? Where is the rule? Where is the rule? The official rule. Here you go. Prohibition. Wait, let's zoom this one in for you, chat. Here. Prohibition of ticket scalping. The following acts shall constitute ticket scalping, whether committed online or in person. Offering, hoarding, selling, distributing, buying, dealing in, disposing of, or otherwise obtaining admission tickets for entertainment events without written permission from the authorized event producer, organizer, and distributor for the purpose of free selling for more than 10% higher than the face value price of the ticket, provided that the 10% increase or markup shall be subject to the periodic review and update by the implementing agencies. And financing, managing, or operating ticket scalping activities. So yeah, it's pretty official, at least when this gets passed. May rules for it. Good to raise that up though. Anong pinagkaiba nito sa ticket scalping? At least nasagot natin siya by looking at this. Okay, chat. I think we can wrap up today's stream already. No stream tomorrow. I will be hanging out with high school friends this weekend. But Monday, we will be back. So, before we go, just want to give a huge shout out to Mommy Keiko for dropping 5 gifted. At the moment, chat, we are at 148 members. Chat, 148 members. Let's not let this dwindle down anymore. Thank you so much, Mommy Keiko. And thank you, of course, also much to our top 10 for today. Romeo, Chromium, LJ, Biels, Jolly Pot Dog, Stein, MJ Levy, Ron, and Paolo. I have some packing to do. I also have some stuff to finish up, some work to finish up before leaving because I will be away from my computer. I'll see you in Discord, chat. For now, this is about where the stream ends. Happy weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. I'll miss you. Thank you for hanging out. Of course, we have Romeo, LJ, Levi, Mock, Paolo, Alex, Office in the Jolly Pot Dog, and everyone else. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll see you on Monday.